Hey guys, in this video I'll be looking at question 1, part A, part 1 of the CXC CSEC Math January 2012 paper 2. So let's see what that question looks like. So the question says, using a calculator or otherwise calculate the exact value of 1 3/4 squared divided by 3 1/2, expressing our answer as a fraction. So, and that question is worth 3 marks. So I've already taken the liberty to work out the question. So here's the working for the question. What I want to do now is basically explain each step and uh, my reasoning for taking this part to the final answer. So the first thing I did was to take these mixed fractions and convert them into improper fractions. So let's just understand the process of converting these mixed fractions into improper fractions. So we have 1 3/4. I'm going to convert that to an improper fraction. Now 1 3/4 is the same as 1 plus 3/4. And we ask ourselves, how many quarters are there in 1? Well, there are 4 quarters in 1. So this is the same as 4/4 plus 3/4. Now we got 4/4 because there are 4 quarters in 1. So 1 can be rewritten as 4/4. The numerators are the same, so we add the denominators are the same, so we add the numerators to get 7/4. And in a similar way, we can convert 3 1/2 into 7/2 as follows. 3 1/2 is equal to 3 plus a half. How many halves are there in 3? Well, there are 6 halves in 3. And this is a half. The denominators are the same, so we add the numerators and we get 7/2. So that's how 3 1/2 became 7/2. Right? Now, once we have that converted, we need to deal with the division. So, the quote-unquote rule when dividing fractions is to invert the second fraction and multiply. And invert here means to find the reciprocal of the second fraction. So that's what I did, right? So we're dividing two fractions. I inverted the second fraction. I found the reciprocal of 7/2, which is 2/7, and then I multiplied. So that's how I got to this step. So that's how I got from here to here. Okay, that's the quote-unquote rule, but let's see why that makes sense. So we have 7/4 all squared divided by 7/2. Now this question is basically asking how many 7 halves are there in 7/4 all squared. That's what the question is asking. Now this could be rewritten as 7/4 all squared all over 7/2. Now if we multiply a number, remember, although this looks fancy and complex, it's still just a number. And if we multiply a number by 1, it doesn't change the value of the number. So 2 by 1 is still 2, 3 by 1 is still 3, a half by 1 is still a half, right? So it doesn't change the number. So let's multiply this number by 1. But we multiply it by 1 in the following way. Put 2 7s in the numerator and 2 7s in the denominator. It's still 1 because 2 7s divided by 2 7s is 1. So we multiply the number by 1 and doesn't change the value of this number. Now remember, when we're multiplying fractions, we multiply the numerators and we multiply the denominators. So you would end up with 7/4 all squared times 2/7 all over 7/2 times 2/7. Now, if we look at the denominators, this could reduce, right? Because 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 2, 1, 7 to 7, 1, 7 to 7, 1. And we get 1 in the denominator. So we have this expression over 1, which is the same as just the expression, right? Because anything divided by 1 is itself. 2 divided by 1 is 2, 3 divided by 1 is 3, a half divided by 1 is a half. So this divided by 1 is just this expression on top here. So that's 7/4 all squared times 2/7. So we started off with this and we did a little manipulation and we and we got this. So what we notice is that this division became what? A multiplication by the reciprocal of the second fraction, and that's where the rule comes from. So we invert and multiply. So we had this step here. Well, the next thing I chose to do was expand the squared. So this is 7 over 4 squared, that's 7 over 4 by 7 over 4. And then I use the associative law in mathematics, which basically says we can do the multiplication by grouping in any way we like. And so I decided to group these two fractions here because I noticed that they have factors in common, and that would allow me to reduce the fractions. So 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 4, 2, 7 to 7, 1, 7 to 7, 1, and this will give us the half. That's how I got the half here. Now these two fractions don't have anything in common, and so we just multiply by multiplying the numerators and multiplying the denominators. So 7 by 1 is 7, and 4 by 2 is 8. And that's how we get the 7 over 8. Alternatively, so rather than doing this here, I could have done this. 7 over 4 squared is 7 squared is 49, 4 squared is 16, and get that times 2 over 7, 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 16, 8, 7 to 7, 1, 7 into 49, 7. 7 times 1 is 7, 8 times 1 is 8, and you get the 7 over 8. Quicker, faster, shorter, so you can either do this one, you can do this one. It doesn't matter, you get the same answer. Now this is in reduced terms because the only factors in common with 7 and 8 is 1. So this is the answer we're looking for.